comfortable position, seated. I'm actually sitting on a cushion just because I wanted some extra comfort. So grab whatever you might need to be really comfortable for your seated position. We're going to start with a breathing exercise. So I'll just start talking. You can feel free as well to comment when you get in. Let us know you're here. And today we're going to be doing a full moon flow because it's a full moon tonight. So what we'll do is we'll start with a breathing exercise and then we'll go into our moon salutations. I really love moon salutations. I like the sister sequence to our sun salutations. So I can talk a little bit more about that once we get up and moving. But for now, I'll talk about the breath work that we're going to do. So tonight's full moon is in Libra, which is all about balance, seeing all sides of the story, accepting different perspectives. And so I thought that it might be nice to do Nadi Shodhana, alternate nostril breath, because this balances the left and right hemispheres of the brain and it helps to soothe the nervous system, which I definitely think we probably all need right now. So for alternate nostril breath, some of you probably have done this before. For others it might be new to you. So I'll talk you through it. You take the peace fingers down. We're going to use the thumb and the ring finger. So first inhale through the nose and exhale. And then close your right nostril. Inhale through the left side. Close left nostril, unblock right. Exhale right. Inhale right. Close right, unblock left, exhale left. Inhale left. Close left, unblock right, exhale right. Inhale right nostril. Swap sides, exhale left. Inhale left. Close left, exhale right. Inhale right. Close right, exhale left. Then continue to follow your pace of breath. Of course, close the eyes if that's comfortable or leave them open if not. And the next time that you exhale out the right side, let the hands come down to rest gently in the lap or on the knees. Keep the eyes closed or the gaze focused down. And notice both sides of the nose. So you're focusing on the breath entering the left and the right nostril. And you may be able to pay such close attention that you notice one side might be a little different to the other side. So maybe you notice more air is naturally passing through the right side in this moment than the left, or maybe they feel equal. And then let's come to those deep belly breaths. So as you inhale, really send the breath all the way to the belly. Feel it expand. As you exhale, let the breath go. Feel the belly relax. Inhale, balloon, belly out. Exhale, relax. And do this a few times. Noticing the naturally calming effects of the breath. And when you're ready, you can blink the eyes open, you can stretch the face, screw it up a little bit, give all the muscles in the face a bit of a movement. Everyone can see mine, but I can't see yours. Okay, great. So we've got a few more people who have joined. Hello, Lindsay from Penryn, and also Rob. Yay, we met in on retreat in Romania. Fantastic. And I think that's my stepmom just joined as well. Hey. Okay, so what I was saying before everyone else arrived is that we're going to look at our moon salutations today. So moon salutations are the sister sequence to sun salutations. So whilst our sun salutations tune into the fiery high energy of the sun, it's very like warming and heating, and quite disciplined the way that we practice our sun salutations. The moon salutations tune more into lunar qualities, so they're more cooling, and we move a bit slower, and it's the moon qualities are kind of linked to like introspection, intuition, a bit of free movement, more into the creativity side of things. So what we'll do is, it's also, the moon salutations are also done in a mandala sequence rather than the sun salutations are facing forward and you go forward, back, forward. But in the moon salutations, we travel across the mat in kind of a cyclical process. So it's kind of representative of the cycles that the moon moves through itself with the new moon, the full moon. So it's probably best if you have your mat facing towards your laptop or your device this way, long ways. Normally we usually have it facing the other way, but because we're going to be doing a different type of sequence, it's good to have it the long way round. Just getting my clock so I can keep the time. Okay, so we'll start all the way up on the right side of your mat. So you're right at the top of the right side of your mat. Back and down a few times. And then let the shoulders settle down the back. Spread the palms. We're coming into mountain pose, Tadasana. So root down through the feet. Feel for a gentle hug in of the lower belly, a gentle hug in of the lower ribs. Tuck the chin ever so slightly so the back of the neck is long. And feel the spine lengthen so you lift up tall through the crown of your head. Inhale, reach the arms up to prayer, palms together. And you can just keep breathing here whilst I explain the next thing. So we're going to work with changing a little bit how we move. So in our sun salutations, we do move quite fast, like one step to the next. But in our moon salutations, I'd like to invite you to imagine that you're moving through maybe a sticky substance like honey, or maybe you can feel the resistance of water on your skin as you move. So we've got our arms up above our head, and you can experiment here at home with very slowly dropping one hand, the other, and really imagine that you're kind of moving through that trickle or water, so you can feel a sense of resistance against your skin as you move. This helps us to really slow down the movement. So I'll give little reminders throughout the cycle of the sequences to move like that, so don't worry if you forget. So let's inhale, slowly bring the arms up, palms together. Exhale, hands over to the right, hips over to the left, side bend. Inhale, center. Exhale, palms to your heart center. Take a few breaths here with the palms at your chest. Notice the thumbs pressing to the chest. Notice the shoulders settle down away from the ears. And then getting ready to move really slowly, you're going to spread the arms wide. Inhale, step the left leg open. And exhale to turn the right toes to point to the top of the mat. So take a few breaths here whilst I talk through the alignment. We're coming into Trikonasana, which is triangle pose. We want our hips open to the side. The back foot, you can have the toes coming in just a little bit there. The front toes are pointing right away towards the short end of the mat. The arms come wide. Start to kind of tilt the hips back here. As you lean the right arm over. You want to hug in the lower belly here for your core engagement. Keep reaching as far as you can go. Take an inhale here. And exhale, lower the back of the right hand to touch the inner leg, reach the left arm up. So what can sometimes happen in Trikonasana is people want to get really far down and the chest starts coming down like this and it all becomes a bit skew-whiff. So it's always best to back off a little bit if that's the case, because rather than getting the right hand all the way to the floor, what we're looking to do is feel an opening of the chest to the long side of the mat. Push down through both feet here, and if it's okay for your neck, take the gaze up to the top hand, otherwise gaze forward. Inhale here. Exhale, slowly move that top hand to the hip, and inhale to come up. You're going to turn your left hip forward, so you'll step your left foot out as well. So now your left foot is pointing to the top left corner of your mat, your right toes are pointing forward. From there, start to push back a little through the bum, so you're drawing up and back through your right hip crease. And your arms either come to support you on the thigh, the shin, or to the floor, whichever one's available for you, so that you can fold over that front leg for your pyramid. Keep the breath steady. From here, bend into your front knee and lower your back knee. So we're coming into a lunge here. If your knees would like extra padding, you can always fold in the side of your mat. Okay, so right knee is above right ankle. Reach the arms up and kind of squeeze the left glute here as you lean the hips forward. Inhale to reach the arms up. Exhale, bow the chest. Arms come back behind the body like wings. Inhale, slowly rise the arms. Exhale, remember, feel a slight resistance like water or treacle against the skin as you move. Inhale to come up. Exhale to come down. And then take your hands to the inside of your right leg and turn yourself to face the long edge of the mat. So we're coming into a side lunge here. Option is to come onto the right knee and to have the left leg stretched out. And then an alternate option is to be on the right foot. It's okay if the heel is lifted. Wherever you're at, you can bring the hands to prayer at your heart center and take a few deep grounding breaths here, feeling the stable earth beneath your feet. Okay, for this next part of our moon salutations, you can either use your fingertips on the floor for balance, or you can see if you can do it with no hands. We're going to inhale all the way up to 5-pointed star. So the toes are pointing out a little bit. The fingers are spreading wide. Take an inhale here to reach as wide as you can, and an exhale into your squat, knees in direction of toes. Arms by the side. Perhaps you can sink a little lower, pouring the weight down through the heels. Head is above heart, is above pelvis. Shoulders are above hips. You can also bring your arms up, just depends what makes you feel strong and determined here. Lift your right heel off the floor for a moment. Whew, good work. Lower. Lift your left heel off the floor for a moment. Good. And lower. Let's inhale back to 5-pointed star. And exhale, come all the way down to your side lunge on the other side. So now your left knee is bent, or the opposite knee to the first one that you started on. You can always come to the other option as well. Left knee to the floor. Hands to prayer, close the eyes. You might have noticed your heart rate quickening a little with that extra activity. So take a few soothing breaths here. Nice. Inhale. Exhale. turn to face the back of the mat, the other side to where we started. We're coming into a lunge with the left foot forward. Arms up, left knee above left ankle. Squeeze the right glute and squeeze the hips forward. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, slowly brush them down. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, really slowly bring them down by the side of the body. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, brush them down. And then we're going to frame the front foot here. So you've got the right hand on the right side and the left hand out on the left side of the left foot. Tuck the toes of your right foot. And we're coming up to our pyramid pose here. So that's where the right toes point towards the top right corner of the mat, the left toes point forward. And you want to feel for your right hip rolling down. And we're not on a tightrope here, so we don't have the feet directly in line with each other. The right foot can step out a little bit to give your hips more room. From there, inhale to lengthen the spine. Exhale, draw up and back through the left hip crease. Lower the upper body over. Come to where's available for you for your forward fold. If you do need to bend the leg a little bit, that's fine. And remember, sometimes less is more. So you're not aiming to go all the way down. You're finding a place that feels not past your edge. So you're using a balance of effort and of ease. Great. Inhale back up. This time we put the right hand on the right hip and you're going to open the right hip out to the side and step the right foot back. So your front heel is now in line with the arch of your right foot. Just check that. Your right toes can come in a little bit so the outer edge of the right foot isn't completely parallel to the short edge of the mat. Now our hips were facing forward and they've opened out to the long side of the mat. Our arms come wide. We lean back a little through the hips, through the pelvis, so you can see that there. Inhale, stretch and stretch and stretch with the front arm. Exhale, lower front arm to where is it correct for you, reaching the right arm all the way up. Remembering what I said on the other side, that sometimes you can want to come too far down and then the chest can come in. So in that case, you can always come a bit further up the leg and steer the chest open. Hug the lower belly in to engage your core. Press down through both feet. Very slowly. Inhale. Exhale, step all the way to the left side of the mat. Feet hip width apart. Inhale, slowly bring the arms up, palms together. Exhale, palms to the left, hips to the right, side bend. Inhale, center. Exhale, palms to heart center. Close the eyes for a moment. Feel the palms connect to each other. Feel the thumbs touch the chest. And notice the soles of the feet standing rooted on the ground. Blink the eyes open, and we're going to do our moon salutations all the way back to finish where we began in a cyclical motion. So let's inhale, reach the arms up, palms together. Exhale, knock the hips to the right, the arms to the left. Inhale, grow tall. Exhale, palms to heart center. Inhale, slowly step out. Exhale, hands to hips. Turn the left toes to point to the short edge of your mat. Arms wide. We're going to move a bit faster on this side, okay? Lean the hips back. Inhale, reach the left arm forward. Bring it down, right arm up. Take a few breaths here. You can spread your right fingers. You can look all the way up or keep the gaze forward. I don't know why I'm smiling so much here, but feel free to join me in smiling. I actually really don't like this posture. Maybe I'm smiling to get through it. Engage your lower belly as you inhale to come up. Exhale, hands to hips. Now let's turn that right hip forward and step the right foot out so the toes come in a little. So you can really feel that right hip steer forward. And then inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, start to hinge from your hips to your forward fold. When you're ready, bend into both knees so you're coming into your lunge position here. Inhale, reach the arms up. And you've got an option to stay where you are, or you can tuck the back toes and come up, lifting the back knee. Either option is great, just stick with whichever works for you. Wherever you are, feel for a squeeze in through the inner thighs. And rather than like sinking the hips down, feel for a bit of a lift up through the pelvic floor. A lift up through the central line. If your knee is lifted, take it to the ground. We're going to bring our hands forward to the inner side of our left foot and come into our side lunge. So your hips now facing the long side of the mat. You're on the heel or the flat of your right foot. You can also come onto the left knee here, hands to hips. So have some freedom for creative expression here because the lunar qualities are about creativity. So feel free to touch the ground, to move the arms a little bit, to bring them above the head, whatever you feel like doing. Then when you're ready, using the hands for balance or hands free, whatever floats your boat. Inhale, up to 5-pointed star, toes point out. Exhale, knees in direction of toes, goddess stance. Hold here, then see if you can lift both heels off at the same time. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, lower the heels. Inhale, 5-pointed star, reach. Exhale, swing over to the right side. So we're coming to the side we started at. Either on your foot or on your knee. And then freedom here to move a little bit. You can imagine again you're moving through treacle or water. See how that slows down the movement. Simply exploring the space around you with no goal. Nice. Turn to face the right side. Step the right foot beneath the right knee. We're coming into our lunge, facing towards the top short edge of the mat. Arms come up. Decide if you want to keep the left knee lower or tuck the left toes and lift the left knee up. Feel for a lift up through your central line, so there's a bit of buoyancy there. Then lower the back knee if it was lifted. Frame the right foot. Tuck the left toes and let's step into our pyramid posture. So the left hip is already facing forward. You can come all the way to standing first. So you inhale to lengthen, lengthen, lengthen the spine. Exhale, hinge from the hips. Bow the chest over the leg. Forward fold. Inhale, slowly lift. Exhale, hands to hips. Use your left hand on your left hip to open that hip out to the side as you step the left foot back a little. So front heel in line with arch of back foot. Arms wide, spread your fingers. Tilt the hips back. Inhale, reach, 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 reach. Exhale, Trikonasana triangle. Left arm comes up, gaze up or forward, depending how your neck feels. Core engagement, pressing down through both feet, steering the chest to the side. Hug in your lower belly as you inhale to lift up. Exhale, big step all the way to where we started. Inhale, arms up, palms together. Exhale, palms to the right, hips to the left. Inhale, stretch up, make yourself tall. Exhale, palms to heart center. Close your eyes. Notice the breath moving through both your nostrils. Paying such close attention that you might notice if there's more air passing through the left or the right side, or if it feels equal. When you're ready, gently blink the eyes open and find your Shavasana. So lying on your back, on your mat, grabbing anything you need to be comfortable. So those of you who know me, who have been to any of my retreats or classes, will know that I don't have many rules in yoga, but one rule that I always stick to is I always make sure that we practice Shavasana at the end of every movement practice. I think Shavasana really is the most important pose of them all, and I will never skip Shavasana in my own practice, and I'll never let anyone else skip Shavasana in my classes, although you are free to do what you want. You're at home, you can easily just close your laptop and go and do whatever. But if you would like to join me for Shavasana, get comfortable on your backs, let your legs spread, your feet flop out to the side, your palms face up in acceptance with the arms stretched out by the sides of the body. Feel the eyelids heavy on the closed eyes. Feel the gentle ebb and flow of the breath. Notice where the back of the head touches the floor, the backs of the shoulders, backs of the arms, all the parts of the back that touch the floor. The bum, the backs of the thighs, the calf muscles, the heels. And I'd like to invite you here to visualize that you are lying down next to a body of water. So perhaps for you the most calming, peaceful water is a lake. Perhaps it's a river, or maybe the turquoise blue ocean. Let whatever comes to mind come to mind. And imagine that it's the night time and that you can see a beautiful full moon in the sky. And this full glowing moon is reflected in the surface of your water. And imagine that you can actually feel the light, the glow of that beautiful full moon on your skin. And I'll read you a little poem from the poet Rumi here. Your thoughts are a veil on the face of the moon. That moon is your heart, and those thoughts cover your heart. So let them go. Let them fall into the water. Gently start to deepen your breath. At this point you can stay relaxing in your Shavasana and just turn off your device. I'd actually really recommend that you stay here if you've got the time. And if you're ready to come out of your practice, you can wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes, hug your knees into your chest, give yourself a big hug, rock from side to side. Finally roll over to one side so you're curled up in a little ball on the floor. And keeping the eyes closed or the gaze lowered, prop yourself up to a seated position. And take a moment here to bring the palms together in prayer position at Anjali Mudra. Take a few deep breaths. And this is a moment to reflect on if you have anything you want to let go of for this full moon. Full moon can be a really good time for letting go. Is there anything you no longer need that you'd like to fall away so that you can be a little bit lighter? Metaphorically. When you're ready, blink the eyes open, raise your prayer to the sky, bring it forward in front of you and bow your head. And then come up to seated and give yourself a shimmy and a shake. And thank you very much for joining me. I will be here again on Friday at 12:30, and I wish you all well for the full moon. Really, really good time to have extra relaxation. So I'm going to share a yoga nidra as well on my Facebook page, which is a full 20-minute guided relaxation that takes you to this place in between waking and sleeping. So I'll share that if anyone wants to do it for full moon, and I will perhaps see you again on Friday. Thanks for coming. Bye bye.